Hello everyone, welcome to CECA Migration Webinar. Uh, in today's session, I'm going to analyze recent invitation rounds and seat allocation across various Australian state and territories. Myself, Harmeet Sani, Registered Migration Agent, CECA. In today's webinar, I'm going to have analyzed on a recent 189 invitation round and Victoria 19491 invitation round carried out yesterday. Occupation trends, points requirements, EOIQs, assessment results, assessments for EOIs and ROIs for invitations. State nomination forecast for various visa subclasses and recommendations from CECA. So last invitation round, which was especially for 189, which was held on 13th of November. So it's strongly demand in that invitation rounds. The occupation was trade, health, educations, and STEM occupations in engineering sectors as well. In the first invitation round, which was carried out on August 2025 for this financial year, the Australian government invited about 6,887 occupations. It was a large invitation round. The recent carried out in this month, November 2025. There is no asset exact data available, how many occupations, how many EOIs were invited in this invitation round. But it was a massive invitation round, and most probably it looked like there would be one more quarterly invitation round will be in the future. And congratulations to those who got the invitation for their 189 invitation, but those who have not get the invitation for these rounds, but still best of luck to all of them who are still waiting in the queue, but they have to stay tuned for next state invitation round in terms of 190 and 491. So on those invitations and those rounds, the most priority occupations were trade and constructions, nursing and healthcare, teaching and social workers were invited, and engineering and STEM occupations as well, but highly competitive. So out of those occupations, trade was having the highest priority. For example, bricklayers, carpenters, tiler, electrician invited at 65 to 70 points. And the main reason for invitation for in such a large scale for trade occupations are because of federal housing target driving demands from the government, and onshore trades extremely competitive. And in future as well, the next state invitation round looks like they will get the topmost priority in this sector. The another is health and nursing. So Australia faces a long-term healthcare workforce shortage, and nurses remains one of the most critical skill group, which is always, of course. And this ensures nursing occupation remain consistently prioritized in both federal, means 189 invitations, and state 190 and 491 migration programs. So which leading to strong and steady invitation trends. So nurses across a range of specializations such as aged care sector, critical care, medical, surgical, mental health, midwifery, they all continue to receive a high number of invitations, which reflect the ongoing national demand for qualified healthcare professionals in both metropolitans and regional areas. So most occupations for nursing roles are being issued between 75 to 90 points, depending upon the applicant specialization and experience, as well as their English skills and whether they are onshore or offshore. Some high need roles may receive invitation at the lower end of the range as well. So third occupation which was highly involved was education sector. So for example, early childhood teacher and secondary school teacher, they got the invitations on 85 to 90 points. So they are highly in demands for both states, territories, and even for the federal government as well. These occupations are considered essential due to the shortage across multiple state and territories, particularly in regional and outer metropolitan areas. And engineering occupations, invitation trending for 95 to 100 points. These occupation, the examples are civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and ICT professionals as well. These all occupations are highly competitive. So if you are waiting invitation in these occupations, it's better try to increase your points, because in the last trend we saw that these occupation got invitation at very high points. So as you can see on the screen, I can show you the point test summary. For trade occupation, the expected they got the invitation on 65 to 70, so their priority is quite high. Nursing health sector 75 to 90, again prioritized. Teachers, they they are getting invitation from 85 to 90 points, still highly in demand. Engineering sector, IT sectors, same 90 to 100 points, medium to low. On the first invitation round, which were held in August, the IT professionals were invited, but the second invitation, very low percentage was seen for IT professionals. Engineering professionals was there, but with quite a higher point. Civil engineering dot person were invited for 85, 90 points as well. And similarly, very low priority was given to business and finance sector. Uh, if I can see the trends, I can show you something like the occupations which were invited on 65 points. They were majorly the carpenter trade occupation, of course, the carpenters, carpenter and joiners, electricians, solid plaster, wall and floor tiler. So most of these occupations were invited on 65 points. And another construction worker like bricklayer, painter, engineering manager, plumbers, they're invited on 70 points. If you go towards 75 scales, so we saw that the registered nurses, medical practitioners, school teachers, social workers, they fall in this range. And at 80 points, again, the registered nurses, aged care, registered nurse, general registered nurses and general practitioners, psychologists, and physiotherapists, they invited on 80 points. And for 85 point scale, the major occupations selected were architecture, civil engineering, draft person, civil engineering technicians, construction project managers, early childhood teachers, life scientists, medical laboratory scientists, solicitors, medical practitioners, and food technologists. Most of these occupations were invited around 85 points. If you go up on the next level for the 90 points, so agriculture consultants, chemical engineers, management consultants, mining engineer, university lecturers, they were invited on a quite high points at 90 and above. And if you saw engineering professionals like electronics engineer, engineering technologist, environmental research scientist, uh, material engineers, these occupations were invited at quite 95 points. So we can see from the trend that the most demanding occupations nowadays with the federal and state nominations looks like trade occupation will be highly in demand across all these trades in Australia, uh, and followed by nurses and education sector. And now let's analyze for the low point scale. If you are falling somewhere about 70 points or low, unless you are not a trade worker, for general occupations, if you are around these point scales, then our recommendation is you need to try to increase your points. And the major criteria to increase the points are your English skills, work experience, NATI, partner skills, or if you're eligible for professionals year, do the professional year, which give you extra 5 points. Repeat your English test if it is uh, competitive. You can extend it to further level up to superior, so you will get extra point for the English, which helps a lot. And NATI, of course, it give you another 5 extra point. And update your work experience in your OI if uh, you have not updated yet. And another important thing is partner skill. Sometime you don't think about the partner skill, whether it can go for skill assessment, or if partner you're also skilled, and definitely go for, and it is on the same occupation as yours from the same list, better to have the skill assessment for the partner as well, so that you can claim all 10 points if you are not single. Otherwise, if uh, don't forget to have at least 5 point for your partner skill if you have a partner, in terms of English language skills. If you can go for English test and achieve at least competitive, means 6 each or equivalent, so you can claim 5 points for the partner at least. So that's how you can increase your point and increase your chances of invitation in the next rounds. So the main scope of these rounds, if we analyze, we can see that these rounds, the most priorities was given to construction workforce, uh, or most of the occupation in construction sector, whether it is painter, whether it is carpenter joiner, bricklayer, wall and floor tile. So our occupation in highly in demand, and then followed by the healthcare sector, especially the nurses, and education sector could be early childhood teachers, secondary school teachers. And another STEM occupations in engineering sector or management sectors, as I show you that it's highly competitive, so you must have very high points. Try to increase your point if you looking for invitation in such occupations. And another important things on this invitation round, the major advantage given to onshore applicants. So whoever they have more invitations, we saw that onshore applicant get the most invitation uh, in those previous two invitation rounds compared to the offshore one. So another forecast, if we can see, even it is 189 round, if it going to happen in next quarter or the coming state invitation rounds, we can see the predicted cutoff would be the for the trade, it would be the same, like from 60 to 70 points if you're a trade worker, so there is highly chance to get the invitation. For nurses, their chances are 75 to 90 points, teachers 85 to 90, STEM occupation 90 to 105 or 100 plus, and finance business 100 plus points. In terms of 190 invitations from the various state across Australia. So as now most of the states got their seats allocation, uh, let me have a look at the so total seat allocation from the federal government to the state quota is 20,350. So out of which 12,850 is allocated for 190 visa, and 7,500 seats are allocated for 491 visa subclass across various states. So now, if I talk about the individual state uh, statistics, Victoria this time won the got the most seats allocation in terms of 190. Victoria got 2,700 seats for 190 visa. However, the New South Wales they got 2,100, and almost similar seat were given to Western Australia, which is 2,000. So in terms of 190 visa, if you're waiting for 190 visa in these states, then Victoria, New South Wales, and Western Australia are the best option to get the 190 invitation. Australian Capital Territory they got 800 seats, which are quite similar to the previous financial year, and Tasmania got the 1,200 seats, which is lesser than the last financial year. But Queensland got more seats allocation this time compared to the last financial year, so it is 1,850 this time. So not a bad option if you are working, living in Queensland state. So there are chances of getting 190 invitation. On the other hand, if we talk about 491 visa subclass, in that case, Western Australia and New South Wales are the best states at the moment who got the most seat allocation for 491. New South Wales got 1,500 seats. Western Australia got 1,400 seats. However, Victoria, which got the maximum seat for 190, but for 491, they only get 700 seats allocated for this financial year. And similarly, Tasmania 650, South Australia 900, and Queensland. This all are in the same boat, about 7 to 800 seats allocation. So from this stat, I can see that for Victoria, New South Wales, Western Australia, they will give huge invitations in terms of subclass 190, and the states like New South Wales and Western Australia, uh, and these are the state the best for the seeking invitation in 491 visa subclass categories. So these are the seat allocation given to these states. Very surprising for Victoria. So for people who seeking 491 who sitting in Victoria, not a good news for them, because Victoria only got 700 seat at this time. So competition will be very tough. And the occupation, they looks like in the prediction, according to the previous federal government rounds and last invitation round for Victoria as well, we can see the highest chances for trade workers, nurses, teachers, social worker, engineers with local experience, and yeah, for 491, Victoria for 190 is extremely competitive. And on the other hand, New South Wales, Queensland, Western Australia, they giving more priority, they prioritizing the engineering sector and trade occupations. And in terms of 491, so again, trades, nurses, agriculture, or even IT, especially in Victoria, early childhood educators, these sector will be given priorities for subclass 491. Now, Let's talk about in terms of point you have. So if when you lost your EOI and you got 65 to 70 points, so we recommend you to aim towards either you are a trade person, or if you are not trade person, then better to opt for 491 pathway. Especially consider the state like Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, uh, even New South Wales as well, for the regional option. And try to increase your point in terms of English and work experience. And if you are sitting at 75 to 85 points, so occupation in these categories mainly considered under healthcare sector and teaching sector, especially for 190 visa, and may have the chances for got 189 invitations as well. So keep both option active for 189 and 190. And similarly for STEM occupations, engineering and management sector, so you must have at least 90 plus points for teaching, engineering, or other STEM occupations. So main recommendation, always try to consult your migration agent whenever you lodge your expression of interest or registration of interest, especially the people who living in Victoria state. And because Victoria state nomination process is quite different compared to the other states, they highly give more uh, priority on work experience and your earning, which is the major factor when they decide to nominate someone. So whoever going to lodge their UI, so either you lodged yourself or you lodge with your migration agent. But I recommend you to go through the migration agent, because we got lot of clients previously who got the invitation. When we come to know, then they come to us that they want to lodge a nomination application and visa application through us. And when we analyze their EOI and find out that their earning was not exactly the same what they have, so there would be the chances you may lose your chance, even if you got invited, but still you may lose your chance to approve the nomination from the state government. So it is the best time to apply for trade workers. So if you are a trade worker, you got your skill assessment, you have the English test ready, so apply your EOI ROI as soon as possible, because trade workers are getting invitation on quite low points. And second, nurses, teachers, they are highly success rate as usual. Engineering, IT, so these, if you have high points more than 85, 90, or 90 plus, then better you can seek 189, 190, or 491 invitation. But make sure your EOIs, ROIs are up to date. And your work experience as well, of course. English test, if it is expiring, so better to have a look on it. And 90 partner points. And if you need any assistance through CECA, just do contact us. Or if you want to review your EOI as well, so definitely we can assist you. So this is all about the analysis of invitation rounds and our predictions. So if you have any questions, please do contact us. Our number is given there, or you can contact us through our Facebook page as well. And I'm going to conclude today. So it's everything for today. If any help, anything, or even you can visit our nearest office. Our office are located across all over Australia, in Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, everywhere, even Queensland, Brisbane. We do have the office, so you can contact our nearest office or contact us through phone call or Facebook back if you want to have, if you want to discuss the status of your EOI, ROIs, or nomination process, or any question you have in your mind. So thank you so much for today. This is Harmeet Sani, Digital Migration Agency, CCA, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.